So I went to Virginia State University. Full court flaves, thank you for my shirt. And going to college, I ended up running track. But leaving high school, I realized I wanted to be a coach because I wanted to play basketball in college. Started working out, but that really wasn't what I wanted to do. So I said I want to help as many girls as I can go to college, and I want to be a coach. Virginia State University was the best decision of my life. It helped me and transformed me into the person I am today. Whatever your school choice, or whatever your school option, whatever, maybe not even college, just job, maybe certificate program, maybe military, whatever it was, I hope it was the best decision for you because Virginia State was for me. What did I learn at Virginia State? People, opportunity, how to survive, how to thrive, how to make it off $20 for a whole week, and how to do the things that needed to be done at the time to make sure that I was going to be successful. Did I have the backing of my parents? Yes. But going to college, I was the first person in my family, on my mom's side or my dad's side. My mom had 9 brothers and sisters, my dad had 21. And I was the first grandchild, niece, whatever, to go to a 4-year university. I did have a cousin, my uncle's daughter, but to graduate from college, 4-year degree, I had to. I couldn't fail. I had to do it. Biology major, to be exact. I wanted to be a physical therapist. Ended up going to grad school, biology, because it was like 3 years or 2 years. At the time, my mind said 2. I took 2. I didn't take the 3. And so, got my master's in biology. Started teaching. Fast forward, believe it or not, I never wanted to be a teacher. Never wanted to be a teacher. But it was a job I could get that was the quickest because I started substituting. And then I became a teacher. And then, fast forward, a year or 2 into teaching, I became a girls basketball coach, JV coach. They was looking for a coach. And I was like, oh my God, it's my chance. I'm going to be a coach. Became a JV girls basketball coach. And it all happened for me then. The life, the opportunity to help people, opportunity to mentor girls, be in leadership, coach basketball. It all happened and it came together. Not only did I coach JV, but I then became the varsity coach. The lady that was coaching left, had kids and things of that nature. But I remember sitting in a room being interviewed with a panel of about 4 or 5 people. I walked in there and I was like, oh my God, there's a lot of people in here. Walked out, ended up getting the job. One of the gentlemen said to me, after the fact, when I got the job, in so many words, people are watching you to see what you're going to do. You have a lot of young ladies of color. We want to see what you're going to do with them, if you're going to just let them do what they want to do. And that was so far from the truth. If any of my girls are watching, any of them want to replay this, then they could think about me being your coach. Say some nice things though. But one thing they're going to realize, or they may know, every intention was for them to be the best young person, young lady they could be outside of basketball. That was ingrained from me to them, is what I hope they picked up from that. I may have been a hard coach. I may have been stern on them. But when we walked in the gym, we got attention. Just because we walked in, we looked like we were confident. We were dressed alike. We were dressed good. Sweatsuits on, they were dressed nice. They had bags. Whatever the case is, we're going to look the part even if sometimes we err in the part. You are great until you allow someone else to take that from you. How do you allow them to take that from you? You don't do what you need to do to maintain that. It's simple as that, right? You got to continuously know that you can be great. So I wanted them to know that they could be great and they could be good. Like I was probably a hard coach on them. But I wanted them to be great young ladies. And they all were thriving, great young ladies. We've had two deaths in the time frame. One was a basketball player, and one was one of my managers. The best manager that I had. At the time, I could give her money, she counted, and it would be missing. She would go wash uniforms. I didn't say a word. Hang them up, set them out. The girls loved her. She also kept score for us, Erica. I remember you, Erica. And so Erin was my point guard, and Erin died, passed away. She went on to play at Chawan. Great career, great young lady. But those two, I remember. So as coaching would have it to be, I was able to coach varsity young ladies as well. And as we fast forward through some of those years in that time, when I first got the job, we were really just gelling each other. We didn't have the recruiting and things that people are doing now, the NILs. We didn't have none of that. If the kids came to your school, they're the ones that you got. You didn't go looking, you didn't go grabbing kids. If they came, they're the ones you got. So we were able to make some things happen with the kids that we got. A couple years, 1 or 2 years went by, maybe 3 years went by, and we were able to make some magic. We got beat by teams like Petersburg, Meadowbrook, and so forth. And I remember one time, Petersburg, we were at Petersburg, and they was beating us probably like 20 some points. It's like he still had the starters in and so forth. And I had one of my point guards, she got a little attitude, so I sat on the bench. I didn't play her the rest of the game. I knew we were going to lose that game. But I had to teach discipline in her then that I needed to get from her the rest of her years playing for me. I had to do that. And so I said, if I ever get an opportunity that I can put everything together that I want to put in these young ladies and we can beat these teams, I won't let off the gas. I kept the gas on it. Once we got to that point, we kept the gas. We kept it going, and we kept it going. To the point where we were district champs, made it to regionals, 1 game away from Siegel Center. Girls were all region, all district, all state. Even myself getting coach of the year a couple times. Because we were able to put that together. So as I said before I left high school, I wanted to coach and help as many girls as I can go to college. God did that for me. 10 of my girls went on to play college basketball at every level, Division I, all the way to Division III and to JUCO. But he would have it so, and years before, I would make that proclamation, that that's what I wanted to happen. So when you see the drive now, and you see I'm now doing strength and conditioning for girls basketball teams, the same thing that I was doing for my girls when I was coaching them, that they probably was like, Coach is crazy. Why she have us running? Why are we doing this and why are we doing that? One thing I will say is my girls were in shape every step of the way. We may not have made every shot, but we were in shape. To the point where I remember it like it was yesterday. One particular season, we were 12-0. Had beat everybody 12 in a row. We lost our first game to Meadowbrook. Never forget it. I cried, they cried. I felt like I, was a loser as a coach. I didn't feel great about it. But I began to think, you're going to have opportunities, trials, and tribulations that you have to overcome that is going to make you stronger. No one said anything to each other that day, the next day at school, because I was a teacher at the time at the school. No one said anything to anyone. My assistant coach at the time, he was also custodian at the school, one of my best friends. He said, Coach, you got this. Them girls believe in you. And I was like, man, we lost our game. He said, don't worry about that. They believe in you. And I believe in you too. So, fast forward. We went on to knock some people out. We lost 2 games that year, and we lost one before going to Siegel Center. We were 24-7 4-3. That means we played 27 basketball games. We overcame a lot of things. That was the best record they've ever had at Prince George High School. So when I say that there's a lot of things that make me who I am, that a lot of my listeners and audience don't know about me, they see me doing all these things, there's a lot of passion and reason behind who I am, what I am, and what I do. The people that I try to look out for, I've always had a passion for ladies, young ladies, helping them achieve because I was that girl. A lot of my players had parents who came to their games, so I watched that. And I enjoyed their parents coming. My mom and dad actually came to like 2 games when I coached. And I was shocked, but I was also happy that they came to see me coach. Where my mom didn't see me play a lot in high school or run track, and my dad worked nights. But I remember them coming to my senior night events. Band, I was a cheerleader, basketball, ran track, clubs and activities. And they came, right, to senior night. I remember that. But the drive and passion is because I wanted young ladies to be the best they could be, and I felt that God picked me to help them and to make them who they are. My basketball players to this date, we're still friends. We communicate through social media. And I'm thankful that I get to watch them be who they are, and in whatever element that they are in. God is so good for that. And then fast forward to being, after coaching, teaching, an athletic director. That was not on my radar. I didn't even think about it. Never even thought about it. But I was in a particular county and I applied for a dean of students job because I knew leadership, it was on me. It has been on me for a long time. I'd probably try to run from it. And I said, you know what, I'm ready to be an administrator. I applied for dean of students because then you have to start as dean of students before they even let you move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 no's I got. 3 of them, they hired somebody at the school. My thought then, why waste my time to come for an interview? You already knew you were going to pick Mr. or Mrs. whomever. 2 of them, I never found out why I didn't get the job. But I always called or emailed, can I get feedback? Can someone tell me why? I left that school at that time. I interviewed for a job as an athletic director. Mr. Jafar Baraka. I know you're not supposed to name drop, but I'm going to drop names because I'm thankful. I went on an interview. He gave me my first job. And every year when school starts, I say thank you to him in some shape, form, or fashion. So, Mr. Baraka, I say thank you for giving me that opportunity and the platform to still be in leadership, but in a different kind of leadership. And now I've been blessed to be at 3 different schools as an athletic leader. And one of the things that I learned there is I had mentors to help me because I wanted to mentor other people. So I'm very intentional about helping women in athletics to be better. We learn together, we work together, and I like that because I'm actually helping them, and they help me too, believe it or not. I celebrate people all the time. I love celebrating people. Even if people don't celebrate me, that's not the point. The point is I like celebrating people. I take pictures all the time because I want to celebrate people. I want them to remember who they are. One of the things that I didn't do and that I realized, I didn't have a lot of pictures of me when I was growing up with my mom and them because we just didn't do a lot of that, right? But now I do it so much, like, oh my God, we're taking another picture. But we're taking it because I want you to have this memory. But at the same time, getting into athletics is where I am now. It has been amazing. It has been a huge ride, but it's also been an amazing ride. And I've learned a lot of things. I've met a lot of people. To what people don't see, athletics was in me a long time ago. It just happened to keep growing. So people don't always know how I got to this point of where I am right now. They see me now, like they say, you didn't see me back then. You didn't see the struggle. You didn't see the opportunities. You didn't see the door closing. You didn't see the people telling me no. You didn't see, like, why is she here? You didn't see those things. You just get to see the fruit of the things that were planted back then. And to be in athletics, into athletic environment, got a little friend. Every day's woman guide to thrive in your busy life. That's me. Busy, booked, and busy. Well, I want to be booked more and busy, but that's neither here nor there. But you can get a copy of this too, though, by the way. Now, when I say that this has been one of the transformational things that has happened in athletics, because I get to tell a story of two different opportunities where in athletics I had to really find myself, but also find ways to overcome obstacles, circumstances, to keep and to understand my determination. What people don't always see is determination and drive. They see what you're doing, they don't see what made you get to that point. So that's kind of what is told here, chapter 13, by the way. So when you're ready to get this, you can just let me know. I'm still on the hunt to sell more of these, by the way. We're going to talk about that later. Okay? Anywho. So, you got time to get that. But as we wrap up with this segment, again, I want you to understand and to know that where I am right now, there's been a lot of things that have happened and the reason why I am where I am. So I want you to continue to follow us at Level Up with Shea. Subscribe, tell someone, because there are going to be stories that you're going to want to see, interviews that you're going to want to hear, and people that you're going to want to meet. So, Level Up with Shea. You've learned a lot about Shea, and I hope you understand Shea. So when you see it, you see the post, you see the drive, you see the craziness, you see the all over the place. These things were already there. You now just get to see them on a bigger platform, because social media is a bigger thing now than it was then. And I'm thankful that I have this opportunity to share with you, and you can now look and see into Shea, the real Shea, S-H-E-A. I'm the real one you know. I'm the only one you know. Level Up with Shea.